I didn't scream. I didn't fight. I didn't warn him. While my husband was on vacation with one of his girlfriends, I packed my children's clothes, closed the door to our marriage, and walked away from a 3-year nightmare he swore I had agreed to. He thought I was powerless. He was wrong. When I met my husband, he told me the truth early. He was polyamorous. He believed in loving multiple people at once. He said it calmly, confidently, like it was just another personality trait. I remember feeling my stomach drop. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I walked away. Because I knew myself. I knew I couldn't share my husband. I knew love, for me, meant safety. Exclusivity. Being chosen. But love has a way of coming back when you least expect it. A few months later, he reached out again. Said he missed me. Said he'd been thinking nonstop. Said something that cracked my resolve wide open. I choose you. I'll leave polyamory for you. And I believed him. That was my mistake. And I carry responsibility for it. I chose my heart over my brain. I ignored the quiet voice inside me that whispered, people don't change who they are just because they're in love. At first, it was beautiful. We built a life. We married. We had children. I told myself I was safe. That I was special enough to make him change. Then reality came knocking, right after I gave birth. 3 years ago, I had just had our second child. My body was still healing. I was exhausted in a way only mothers understand, the kind of tired that seeps into your bones. I also had a 1-year-old. My days blurred into feedings, diapers, and half-finished thoughts. That's when he told me. He wanted to be poly again. Not asked. Not discussed. Told. I remember crying so hard my chest hurt. I remember begging. I remember feeling rage boil up and spill out of me because how dare he do this now? And I remember his response with horrifying clarity. This is already decided. If you don't like it, you can leave. Leave. With no job. 2 babies. No income. He made the money. He always had. He had encouraged me to focus on my studies. Promised he'd take care of us. And now that dependence became my cage. I stayed. Not because I agreed. Because I was trapped. The day he brought his first girlfriend home is burned into my memory. He didn't ease into it. He didn't prepare me. He just came home with her. Standing there. Smiling. Like this was normal. Like my world wasn't collapsing in real time. Something inside me broke. Not loudly. Not dramatically. It was quieter than that. It felt like my soul stepped outside my body and watched from a distance while I nodded, smiled, and said nothing. I went through the motions. Dishes. Babies. Smiles that didn't reach my eyes. 6 months later, there was a second girlfriend. By then, I barely felt real. He explained rules. Or what he called rules. He said he'd never lie. Never go behind my back. He said we, the women, would plan his time together. As if that made it fair. As if asking the person you're hurting to manage your betrayal somehow makes it ethical. I was added to a group chat with the women he slept with. And I stopped participating. I never put my name down for dates. Never asked for time. Never competed. Because I was drowning. At first, he didn't notice. Or didn't care. But after about a year, the complaints started. He said I never made time for him. That I was distant. That he missed me. The irony almost made me laugh. He had 2 girlfriends. Options. Freedom. Choice. And yet, he was angry that I wasn't chasing him. He accused me of sabotaging the system. Said I agreed under false pretenses. I told him something simple. You can leave me. That's when the mask really came off. He would rage. Then beg. Then cry. Then love bomb me. Tell me I was his real partner. That I was special. That he missed the beginning of us. Sometimes he'd stay the night with me even when it wasn't his turn. Breaking his own rules. And somehow, that was my fault too. Near the end, something shifted. He admitted he wasn't happy anymore. Said he wanted things to go back to how they were. Just us. Like the beginning. But by then, it was too late. Because something else had changed. Me. I got a part-time job. The company where I'd done my internship hired me. Suddenly, I had income. My own money. My own breath. Then my mom called. She'd found a job in my city. Rented a 2-bedroom apartment. She told me I could have one room. She'd help with the kids. Help me finish school. For the first time in 3 years. I wasn't trapped. I was graduating this summer. I had childcare. I had a place to go. And he had no idea. I didn't scream. I didn't fight. I didn't argue. I sent an email. Short. Clear. Final. I told him I was leaving. That when he returned from vacation, I would be gone. No drama. No negotiation. No more begging. While he was away enjoying his freedom, I was reclaiming mine. The revenge wasn't loud. It wasn't cruel. It was devastating because it was clean. He came home to an empty house. No wife. No children. No control. Everything he thought I'd never do. I did. I wasn't begging anymore. I wasn't planning his dates. I wasn't disappearing inside myself to make his life easier. I was gone. And for the first time in 3 years, I felt my soul come back. Sometimes revenge isn't about destroying someone. It's about refusing to let them destroy you. Leaving wasn't weakness. It was survival. And finally, it was justice. If this story hit you in the chest, like the video. Tell us in the comments, what's the bravest exit you've ever seen? And make sure you subscribe to Story X Daily, because the most powerful revenge stories aren't about payback. They're about taking your life back.